Very good Thursday morning to everyone out there. Landon here with you to bring you your latest weather night forecast, courtesy of Ohio Valley Insurance. Got another tricky weather maker here on the horizon. Got another weak little weather maker that's going to bring some light little impacts to the area today, but focus is going to be on Friday, especially on into Friday evening, with the opportunity at some winter weather shenanigans coming our way. Taking a look at the surface map this morning along with the satellite, this area of low pressure is going to be trucking eastward as we work throughout the day. This cold front's going to be coming in the same direction as well. Throughout this morning, folks, we're going to have deep southwest flow with winds gusting upwards of 20 to 30 miles an hour at times. Now, after this cold front gets to our east as we work into this afternoon, winds are going to be turning out of the north and west, bringing a colder feel in here. But folks, before that moves through here, despite the breeze out there, it's going to be very warm in the great outdoors for us to soak in throughout today. Kicking off our view across the Wobbles community, we can take a look over the Reed Dossey House Skycam, our northernmost Skycam overlooking Brownsville. Got a few wispy high-level clouds out there. There'll be more of that on the way as we work throughout the day. But throughout this morning, we are looking absolutely beautiful. Beach Tree News Skycam looking off to the north and west from Morgantown. Crystal clear skies over in that direction as well. Plentiful amounts of sunshine throughout this morning, but as previously mentioned, that will be changing here as we work throughout the day. We have got temperatures that are hanging out on the warm side, but we do have a valley and ridge differentiation. Take a look out here, folks. We got upper 30s over in Butler County, mid 40s over here in Barron County, over to Allen County as well. On the north side of Warren County, folks, we're all the way down to 32 degrees. So some big temperature discrepancies out there beneath the ridges and the valley locations. This afternoon, highs will be catapulting all the way up between the low and mid 60s yet again. Now that might sound absolutely beautiful, but keep in mind wind gusts at 20 to 30 miles an hour might not be the best time, in my case, to go and hit the disc golf course on a day like today. Am I right? Taking a look here at the latest surface map. High pressure located down to our south, low pressure to our north and west. Going to filter in those winds out of the south throughout this morning. That's what's going to warm us up significantly, and then you will see the cloud cover that's going to go on the uptick as the cold front begins to pass through here as well. So let's jump into the model guidance and let's break down what's going to occur first, starting with today. Eyes are on this area of low pressure. It's going to cut eastward, taking the cold front along with it. And you can note here, maybe even a stray sprinkle or two approaching into mid-morning, but the vast majority of wobbles, if not all of us, should remain bone dry. Now, coming along with this passing cold front, as previously mentioned, look at the wind gusts as we approach mid-morning on into midday. We're going to look at those gusts, 20 to 30, perhaps 35 plus miles an hour at times. And then the cold front passes this afternoon, and although winds become a little bit lighter, they're going to be out of the north and west. So as we work into late afternoon and on into this evening, a little bit colder feel with the cold front working south and east through the region. Coming along with that dry cold front today is going to be us waffling back and forth beneath this cloud cover. You can see it moving out early this morning as we speak, but as we work throughout the day, some more clouds are going to be streaming in here along with the moisture with that passing cold front. So just be aware, a healthy mix of sun and clouds here as we progress and work throughout this next to final day of the work week. Now let's jump back over here at the big picture and let's talk about what everyone's focus is on. That is on the potential snow threat for us as we work throughout the day Friday. Still got a lot of question marks here, folks, but we do have models that are starting to come into closer agreement. The deepening low pressure takes place overnight, and this is going to burn a path basically due east right along the Kentucky-Tennessee state line. You can see by midday tomorrow on into lunchtime on Friday, we could get in on some scattered light to moderate rain showers already present across the region. And then you'll note relatively quickly as we progress into our Friday evening, this is how the surface map is going to appear. We've been talking about this through all winter, folks, but if you don't watch us much, we like to throw in some education along with our informative videos here. We have got a typical setup for a winter weather event here across the lower Ohio Valley. We have this area of low pressure cutting across the south and east. We have a warm conveyor belt lifting up all the warm and moist air, dumping it to the north and west side of the low. Where the precip is dumped on the cold side of the low, that is where the cold conveyor belt is going to be ushering in these temperatures at and below freezing, thus transforming the liquid precipitation. It falls through the sub-freezing layer of air. Thus, we have the creation of frozen precipitation. This is the classic setup that we're going to be looking at. The question marks remain on exactly the placement of the low, along with the temperature profiles that we're going to have to deal with yet again. This looks very similar to the last little snow event that we had, to where warm ground temperatures here 48 hours before the event, they're going to be up into the 50s, folks. Real-time temperatures are going to be up between the low and mid-60s this afternoon. It's going to be hard to get anything meaningful on the ground as a result, all right? So we're going to zoom in here and we're going to show you, we're going to get a closer look. This is what the Euro is showcasing. As we get into our Friday, scattered light rain showers could be possible anywhere between mid-morning on into the lunchtime hour. Then we progress into mid-afternoon. The rain showers get a little bit heavier. And then we roll into Friday evening right around sunset. This is where the question marks reside. We have plain Jane rain still present across all the wobbles, with a rapid changeover to a wintry mix and then all snow very quickly off to our north and west. But folks, watch. Very similar to the last little snow event we had. Here is 6 p.m. and then 9 p.m. It's already basically out of here. So the speed of this moving through here very quickly does not play in our favor of getting any sort of meaningful accumulation on the ground, all right? And then you can see here, by the time we get into midnight, it is well out of our region with rapidly clearing skies. That is whenever the colder air is finally going to catch up to this. So it'll all be dependent upon snow rates, if we can get any evaporational cooling to go along on the northwest side of the low right here. That could lower our temperatures quicker as we work throughout Friday afternoon into Friday night. That is our issue, folks. So let's break it down for you, all right? Here we are working into this afternoon, excuse me. We're all the way up between the low and mid 60s. Lows tonight only going to make it down to right around the 32 to 33 degree mark. And then Friday afternoon highs, we're right up around the 50 degree mark yet again. Then the rain chances arrive, and you can see as we progress into late afternoon and then into the early part of the evening, right around 6 p.m., it still hit rain across the area at 38 degrees, but then at 7 and 8 and 9 o'clock, it had us transitioning to snow. Well, here's 9 o'clock, folks. It's still 35 degrees outside. With much warmer ground temperatures than that, as previously mentioned, it's going to be difficult to get not just anything significant, but much of anything on the ground. Is there a possibility of minor accumulation? Sure. And with the temperatures taking all the way down into the mid to upper 20s by sunrise on Saturday, we could see even some refreezing, a wet pavement out there. So I do anticipate some slick travel during the early hours of our Saturday, regardless if we get a little dusting or a half inch of snow on the ground or not. So as far as confidence is concerned, regarding any amount of measurable snow, it's just not very high, folks. I'm just being honest. Take a look from the local National Weather Service office, what they're playing out right here. They have given us a 12 to 20% probability of getting measurable snowfall on the ground by sunrise on Saturday. Their thinking is pretty much aligned to where ours are as well, talking about the placement of that band. Obviously, we're going to have to watch it as things evolve. Winter weather makers take on a mind of their own, as we're all aware, and it is Kentucky weather. I don't think I have to remind you about that. So it kind of just does what it wants. Here's a full breakdown of your next 5 days. For today, an uptick in cloud cover as the day wears on. Very windy, but very warm. Temperatures between the low and mid 60s this afternoon. Folks, it's worth noting right here at the Weather or Not compound, our average high temperature so far through February has been 59.8 degrees. That is well above average for this time of year. I don't know about you all, but we got some of the daffodils already starting to spring up and trying to sprout out there right outside the compound. As we work into our Friday, rain showers will become likely by lunchtime, working through the afternoon. Potential transition over to a wintry mix and then all snow Friday evening. Minor accumulations, if anything at all. But remember, folks, the freezing of the surfaces with temperatures continuing to fall even after the snow is out of here. Slick travel should be anticipated, at least across some portions of the area, by sunrise Saturday. It's going to be partly sunny and frigid, however. Highs trapped into the mid-30s Saturday afternoon. Sunday, much improved, with sunshine and southerly winds taking highs up to around 50. Mid and upper 50s throughout our President's Day, and although you can't see it, lower 60s Tuesday into Wednesday of next week. Friends, that's going to wrap up your Thursday morning weather and not forecast. Brought to you by Ohio Valley Insurance. You all take care of yourselves and each other. Stay weather aware with potential winter weather maker on the horizon. You all have a phenomenal next to find.